能够更进一步的了解立陶宛呢，在2周前呢，我们就在台湾经贸网特别成立了这个立陶宛专区。好，现在呢，请大家看您的左前方，我们的同事呢会操作给大家看。首先呢，我们一进入到专区，我们就会看到一个介绍影片。这个影片呢是由立陶宛的投资局他们所提供的，介绍了立陶宛投资的概况，包括有税率的优势、数位化转型趋势等等。这部片子呢，相信对于大家了解立陶宛的环境投资环境会很有帮助。接下来呢，到了是关于立陶宛这里呢，我们可以找到的是立陶宛的介绍跟他们第一手的产业资讯。那么立陶宛呢，他们是位于北欧波罗的海，人口只有280万的国家。他们除了有世界知名的巧克力跟啤酒之外，立陶宛的雷射技术跟资通讯也是 before we officially begin the event, we would like to introduce the hosts, guests of honor, and also speaker attending this event today. So please wave your hands to say hello when your name is called. So from Taiwan side, we have Ms. Mei-Hua Wang, Minister of Economic Affairs. Mr. James Huang, Chairman of TAITRA, who is here on site with us today. Mr. Eric Huang, representative of Taipei Mission in the Republic of Latvia. Ms. Lenore Lin, President and CEO of TAITRA. Ms. Elena Lee, Vice President of TAITRA. And Ms. Emily Young, Director of Import Division of Carrefour Taiwan.
And for distinguished guests from Lithuania side, we have Ms. Aušrinė Armonaitė, Minister of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania. And for distinguished guests from Lithuania side, we have Ms. Aušrinė Armonaitė, Minister of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania. Mr. Paulius Lukševičius, Vice Minister of Agriculture of the Republic of Lithuania. Ms. Daina Klepone, General Manager of Enterprise Lithuania. And Dr. Antanas Venckus, Head of International Affairs and Export Promotion Division of the Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Lithuania.
Thank you very much, Irma. And now we would like to take a group photo to remember this special event. We would like to invite distinguished guests on site to step to the stage. So please first welcome Mr. James Huang, Chairman of TAITRA, Ms. Lenore Lin, President and CEO of TAITRA, Ms. Elena Lee, Vice President of TAITRA, and Ms. Emily Young, Director of Import Division of Carrefour Taiwan, to step onto the stage and take a group photo together. So those distinguished guests here on site, please look at the cameras in the center. Okay, please just give us a few seconds to restore our screen so that we can see all the distinguished guests on Lithuanian side who are online. We're very happy to have this opportunity today to host this event. Hopefully, we will have the opportunity to enhance cooperations on both Taiwan and Lithuanian side. How? 那我们再看一次摄影镜头好了，邀请台上的4位再看一次摄影镜头。我们请媒体朋友也可以帮我们捕捉这个画面。好，我们请台上的贵宾一起比个赞好吗？好，我们一起看您左边这边有几台摄影镜头。好，我们右边这边也有一台摄影机，我们看一下右边。好，谢谢所有的贵宾，我们谢谢 ，Thank you very much. Please take your seats for now. 好，我们现在先请我们在台北现场的贵宾先稍待一下，让我们先克服台上的连线的问题，之后我们待会我们的开场马上就要开始。
当时没开麦。
我们下面跟他打招呼，请司仪跟他听一下。
好，大师好。
大家都听得到。对，大家都听得到。请大使打开麦克风，我们跟你聊一下。
大使，请打开您的麦克风。
打开了。
好，大师好，因为今天呢，我们现场来了非常多的贵宾跟媒体，那想请你先跟大家。
全部都连线到会议室，那一台电脑。
Well, thank you very much for our technician. 我们谢谢我们的技术人员为我们及时修理的这个问题。Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for your patience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to join us at 2021 Taiwan-Lithuania Business Matchmaking Day. Today's event is jointly organized by Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Taiwan External Trade Development Council, TAITRA, supported by Lit Food and Enterprise Lithuania. My name is Angela Liu, your MC for today's event. And co-hosting with me is Ms. Irma Šlečnaitė-Čelaske, Head of Export Promotion Division of Lit Food.
Thank you, Angela, for introducing me. It is a great honor to be a part of this significant event where our countries are starting a great and I'm sure fruitful mutual partnership, as Lithuania is always open to co-create.
Yes, and we hope through this event today, we will be able to connect enterprises in the food industry in Taiwan and Lithuania to explore more business opportunities for future cooperation. And today, we're very happy to have international buyers and friends joining us online. A very warm welcome to those of you watching from Lithuania, Taiwan, and all parts of the world. And to begin with, we would like to invite Taiwan's Minister of Economic Affairs, Ms. Mei-Hua Wang, to give us the opening remarks. Let's now welcome Minister Wang.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and good afternoon. I would like to extend my warmest greetings to everyone joining us in person and online. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to convey my gratitude to Lithuania for donating vaccine to Taiwan. While we were experiencing an upsurge of infections this May, Lithuania is our true friend indeed. As I know, Lithuania has a strong industrial sector, and its laser industry is world famous. For example, Lithuania's global market share of picosecond laser products is over 50%. In addition, Lithuania has a well-developed software engineering sector and fintech development. On the other hand, Taiwan has a solid manufacturing foundation and been playing a crucial role in the global supply chains. Our high-tech industries are renowned worldwide, including, of course, semiconductors, ICT, machinery, textile, and electric vehicle. There are many things that our two sides can learn from each other. We can exchange viewpoints on issues of mutual concern to promote cooperation in various fields. Although Taiwan and Lithuania are thousands of miles apart geographically, our two countries share the same values of democracy, freedom, human rights, and open market economies. Therefore, in a very short time, we have created strong bonds. This event is the very first online business matchmaking event between our two sides, and so many to come. In late October, we will organize a delegation to visit Lithuania. By then, we can discuss in person ways to strengthen bilateral trade and investment. To conclude, I wish today's event a very great success and all participants a most rewarding and enjoyable experience. Thank you.
Thanks to Taiwan's Minister of Economic Affairs, Ms. Mei-Hua, for opening remarks. And next, I would like to invite Ms. Aušrinė Armonaitė, Minister of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania, to give us some remarks. Let's welcome Minister Aušrinė Armonaitė.
Hello, dear friends and colleagues from Taiwan and Lithuania. I'm very happy to open this B2B online conference. And of course, we are very happy about our friendship that flourishes between Lithuania and Taiwan. I remember when I first visited Taipei, I was impressed by your city, I was impressed by people and by your culture, and I'm eager to get back to visit more. Now I hope that today's event will create more opportunities for both Taiwanese and Lithuanian businesses. More friendships and more partnerships will emerge. Of course, we are waiting for Taiwanese investment in Lithuania, but our companies are also eager to invest to Taiwanese market. So good luck, take care, and I hope that soon we will see each other face to face.
Thank you very much to Minister Armonaitė. Next, we would like to invite Chairman of TAITRA, Mr. James Huang, to give us some remarks. Please welcome Chairman Huang.
Hello, everyone. Good morning to our friends in Lithuania, and good afternoon to our friends in Taipei. Thank you for joining 2021 Taiwan-Lithuania Business Matchmaking Day to grow friendships and partnerships between our two countries. Lithuania and Taiwan are friends, allies, and partners. We face similar challenges, and we are turning them into opportunities. As countries that are not big in size, we rely on none other than our wit and innovation to grow and prosper. As friends, Lithuania and Taiwan have been standing with each other, especially at times of need. Our gratitude to Lithuania for donating life-saving vaccines to Taiwan. And as allies, we are like-minded countries, living by the same free values. We are taking charge of our own fate, and we are building our own future on our own terms. In addition to friends and allies, we are natural partners. In terms of industrial cooperation, our two countries are the perfect match on technology, manufacturing, and innovation. In the field of agriculture, combining Lithuania food and beverages with Taiwan's supply chain solutions and marketing capability is a win-win formula for success. We are also the perfect partner in high-tech. Our semiconductor and cybersecurity industries are the keys to global supply chain restructuring. A major area of high-tech my team has been working on is e-mobility, the digital electric future of transportation. Our new show, the 2035 e-mobility Taiwan, is coming up in October, and you are all invited. We are grateful to all the enterprises from Lithuania and Taiwan joining us today for this special first gathering. When we join our forces, we can reach our fullest potential. Together, we can make sure the world is safer and more resilient to future challenges like COVID. Lithuania and Taiwan are not big in size, but we are big in heart and mind. Innovation is our superpower. Let's combine our powers and create a better future for our two countries and the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman James Huang. Next, please welcome Mr. Paulius Lukševičius, Vice Minister of Agriculture of the Republic of Lithuania, to give us some remarks. Please welcome Mr. Paulius Lukševičius.
Okay, good morning. Dear colleagues, dear participants, it is my pleasure to meet you all. Today we have an exceptional opportunity to discuss the potential and opportunities of cooperation between Lithuania and Taiwan. Lithuanian agri-food producers are very much interested in opening and entering new markets in Asia. In this regard, Taiwan is of great importance in this region. We are interested in the long-term stable economic cooperation with Taiwan. Therefore, Ministry of Agriculture, considering the interests and needs of our exporters, will make every effort to help and enhance our cooperation with Taiwan. It is worth mentioning that Lithuania produces high-quality and value-added products, which meet the highest international and European standards for production, and we are willing to offer for Taiwanese consumers these products. I strongly believe that today's event will lay the foundations for future cooperation between Lithuania and Taiwan. Hopefully, it would be of great help who wish to learn more about the establishment in Taiwanese market. Since Lithuania and Taiwanese agri-food businesses are meeting today, I wish them that B2B meetings will be a new step of cooperation of businesses and opportunity towards increase of agriculture and food products trade. For all businesses representatives, I wish successful agreements and to earn reasonable profit. Have a good business.
Thank you very much to Mr. Lukševičius. Well, before we carry on, we would like to first invite distinguished guests for a group photo since we have encountered some technical difficulties in the beginning. So first of all, we would like to invite back to the stage those distinguished guests on site. We welcome Mr. James Huang, Ms. Lenore Lin, Ms. Elena Lee, and Ms. Emily Young back to the stage.
And for distinguished guests from Lithuania side, we have Ms. Armonaitė, Minister of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania, Mr. Paulius Lukševičius, Vice Minister of Agriculture of the Republic of Lithuania, Ms. Daina Klepone, General Manager of Enterprise Lithuania, and Dr. Antanas Venckus, Head of International Affairs and Export Promotion Division of the Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Lithuania.
Thank you. So everyone on site, please look at the cameras in the center, and those online, please look into your camera. Our photographer will take the photo from our venue in Taiwan. And don't forget to smile, those of you who are not wearing masks, I mean online. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining the photo shoot. Thank you. And next, we would like to invite representative of Taipei Mission in the Republic of Latvia, Mr. Eric Huang, to share a few words with us. Please welcome Mr. Huang.
Chairman Huang and colleagues of TAITRA, thank you all for your great efforts in organizing this event. Vice Minister Lukševičius, Daina, Antanas, all Lithuanian and Taiwanese friends. I have the great honor to be part of this wonderful event. This should be the first time that we host the event for promoting trade, especially in food products between Taiwan and Lithuania. I've been a diplomat, traveled to many countries, and now lives in the Baltic states. I could assure you that the quality of Lithuanian food products is one of the highest in the world, while the price is moderate. This is something that Taiwan's people and companies may not know very well before, and this is truly also where our trade opportunities are. I hope that through this business-to-business matchmaking event, we will soon enjoy many kinds of foods from Lithuania in Taiwan. We will continue to work on the promotion of trade between Taiwan and Lithuania. We also hope that in Lithuania, we could also soon find great Taiwanese food products as well. It will not only be food that we promote. We will work hard to promote trade and many other great products between Taiwan and Lithuania. But as food is one of the best media for us to understand each other, we start our new trade relation from food, and then we continue into other areas. Thank you all for joining in this event, and thank you TAITRA, Lithuanian Ministry of Economic Innovation, Ministry of Agriculture, Enterprise Lithuania, Lead Food, Taiwan's Ministry of Economic Affairs, and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which sponsors this very important event. Thank you very much, and I wish all companies joining in this event have successful meetings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eric Huang. And now moving on to the presentations, the first speaker today is Ms. Daina Klepone, General Manager of Enterprise Lithuania. Today she will give us a general introduction of Lithuania's economy. Please join me to welcome Ms. Daina Klepone.
Thank you, Irma, and good morning and good afternoon, everybody at both countries. It's very exciting to be at this very first event, and I'm very excited that we will start our business cooperation now, and I think the same feeling is with our businesses. So please allow me to share my presentation, and I know that okay, it's not that. I know that I was given 10 minutes. It's not so much. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Thank you. That's great. Yes, so talking, and can you see my first slide now? It's changing.
Yes.
Great, everything works perfectly. It's a good sign. So Lithuania, I will give you some short overview about Lithuania economy. And we used to say that we are small but very open and very flexible economy. By the way, last year Lithuania was recognized as the #2 globally by Recovery After Pandemic Index. So our export recovered very fast after the last year drop in pandemic. And for example, for the first half of this year, we had 23% of our Lithuanian origin goods grow in our exports. Our GDP per capita is also the biggest among 3 Baltic states. And here you can see our economic criteria, and also the wage growth is very high now. So we are facing basically the high growth cycle in our economy, and of course we are very much focused to broaden our cooperation, especially in high value added and innovation areas. So here are another indicators of our economy, and yes, the inflation, unemployment rate, which is very stable, and it looks like it's a healthy. And actually, we were #1 by macroeconomic stability worldwide, and Lithuania is also very well connected. So you can see by other indicators, we are still first globally in terms of access to public Wi-Fi. Basically, the free Wi-Fi is available in all our city centers, and for our citizens, sometimes it's very strange feeling when they are going to the different countries and they cannot just have a good Wi-Fi. Also, #3 in the EU by 4G coverage, #5 by digital technological skills, and what we are very proud that in Lithuania we are very friendly and open for the business country. #11 by the ease of doing business by doing business report 2020 by the World Bank. Our export is, of course, the biggest part of our exports goes to the European Union countries, and Lithuania is one of the most exporting countries in the European Union. Our ratio of our export with the GDP is very high, about 80%. And our biggest export markets are, as I said already, in the European Union. #1 is Germany, #2 is Sweden, then Latvia, Poland, and then we have US. But of course, the export diversification depends very strongly from the sector. And our top exporting sectors are furniture, mineral products, plastics, reels, and tobacco. But of course, for the different sector, we have a slightly different main export markets. I'll give you now a short overview about our top priority focus sectors. So ICT sector, the #1 market for our ICT sector is US. And as you see, the dense of our export is and intensity is not yet very high. 26% of our ICT services are exported. So we are very much looking for increasing this percentage, because we see a high potential here, and the sector is growing around 32% annually. So another industry which is I would say a top priority industry also for Enterprise Lithuania is the life science industry, and this industry is an absolute champion in terms of the growth, because the growth of the life sciences industry last year was over 60% per year, and the annual growth of this industry is about 22%. So in this sector, we have a slightly different market diversification, because our #1 market is the US, and we are exporting to more than 100 markets in this sector. And as you see, the export intensity is very high. It's more than 80%. Our strongest subsectors here are biotech, medical instruments, pharmaceuticals, and also different nucleic acids and their salts. Another sector from the high-tech industry is engineering, high-tech engineering. So your minister in her speech mentioned our laser industry. Yes, in Lithuania we are very much famous for our laser industry, and this industry subsector falls under our high-tech engineering industry, which grows also very nicely. Average growth per year is 11%. And export intensity is also very high. 85% of all the high-tech engineering production is exported, mainly Germany, US, and Sweden. And talking about traditional industries, which are still the share of these industries is very, very high. And we are very proud of our food and beverage industry, and our partner from Litfood probably will give you more deeper introduction to this industry. And export intensity of this industry is 52%, and it's also nicely growing every year, more than 5% growth. And the main markets for this industry are European Union markets. So what we are famous already you tasted our chocolate and our beer. I have read articles in Taiwanese media, so we are very happy that you liked these products. But we are also have a very good quality dairy production, fish and cereals, flour, and also meat is of very high quality here. Furniture industry is also one of the champions, and especially this year, furniture industry grew up a lot. It grew up by 20%, and even it was even a bigger growth last year. So here the main subsectors are wood, parts of the furniture, and different upholstery materials. And a same set for the markets is mainly European Union markets. In engineering industry, I talked about high-tech engineering versus medium tech engineering. It's the same European Union. Biggest markets are in European Union, and also the average growth about 10%. So these are our main high-tech and traditional industry sectors, but probably you know already about Lithuania fintech industry, and probably you know already that Vilnius is a famous hub for fintech industry. It was ranked like a #4 in global fintech hub ranking, and by tech startups, the place for the tech startups was ranked by even number 1. So this fintech industry success story started from the main regulator of Lithuania finance market, the Bank of Lithuania. They had a very open and very innovative attitude towards the startups, and they created a very good conditions for the startups, for the fintech companies. So you can see that now the Bank of Lithuania has issued 74 e-money institutions licenses, and our environment for the fintech is recognized as one of the most favorable for the companies who would like to start to get a banking license or electronic money license, or to start some other fintech services business. Also, I should mention another very potential and growing fast area. It's an AI area, artificial intelligence. Now we count more than 100 early stage AI startups, and we have also a lot of scientific institutes and universities working in this area and cooperating with businesses in the AI area. So we think this will bring us even more startups per year. About 300 AI scientists and researchers working in this area, and really quite a large AI community. So basically, to summarize about the biggest strengths of Lithuania growing innovation ecosystem, of course, it was already mentioned today that our laser industry is very famous worldwide. We have about 10% of scientific laser market, and in some areas, in some segments like high energy segments like picosecond lasers or femtosecond parametric amplifiers, we have sometimes even 50 or even 90% of a global market. And life sciences, I mentioned already, this is a champion industry growing very fast, and our government is paying also a lot of attention to this industry. We have a very ambitious goal for this industry to reach 5% of our GDP by 2030. And I think we are in a very good path to reach this goal now. And also high-tech engineering, 14% annual growth is also one of the highest in all European Union. So here was a short overview about our economy and the main sectors of the economy. And of course, I would like to invite you, if you will have some further requests or further needs, to connect with us, to connect with Enterprise Lithuania, Enterprise Lithuania via government agency. All other services are free of charge. So how we could be helpful for you, we are supporting not only Lithuanian SMEs, but we are providing a business partner search, we are providing consulting on regulation, requirements, licenses, also for the foreign companies. And of course, together with our partners, we are organizing different events as trade missions, B2Bs, and facilitating our business communities dialogue and development. So today I would like to thank you very much for all the partners of this event, and especially to Representative Office of Taipei in Latvia, and for the Ambassador, Mr. Huang, also for our partners from TAITRA and our Lithuanian partners. Thank you very much for contributing, and we organized this event very fast, and I hope it will be very successful, and the new era of our business cooperation will start now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Ms. Klepone. And next, for the next speaker, we would like to invite Ms. Emily Yang, Director of Import Division of Carrefour Taiwan. She will give us an introduction on the food industry in Taiwan. Please welcome Ms. Yang.
Good morning and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to share with you some information about Taiwan's industry. So here I would like to share some information about Taiwan's food market and also FMCG channels in Taiwan. And of course, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you about a little bit about Carrefour Taiwan. Sorry. So let's have an overview of Taiwan. So Taiwan, we have a 23.57 million population, and there are almost 80% of persons are living in the cities, so about 20% in countryside. And the GDP per capita is 23 28,000, and the growth rate is about 3.11. And there are more than 7,000 registered factories in Taiwan, and 150,000 work in food-related industry, and there are 540,000 registered food-related business, including the farming, wholesale, retail, and catering. And as you know, Taiwan is an island, so we relied on importation very much. So here you can see the amount of importation is 15 billion, which is 3 times more than the importation, exportation. And the top 10 category represent 68% of the total imports. So the number 1 is cereal products, and we have meat products, liquor, wines, oilseed, lumber, fruits, nuts, fishery products, and then dairy products, and custard and vegetables. So these are top 10 categories. And where we are buying these products, the number 1 is the States. So it takes 22%. And then China, Brazil, Japan, and New Zealand. So these are most, the countries relied on the importation. And the number 1, USA, you can see the percentage takes about 22%, so it's quite high. And here we can see the top 10 agri-products from Lithuania. The total value from Lithuania is 9 million. From these figures, you can see there is a big room we can go further between Lithuania and Taiwan. So the number 1 is the coffee, with tax is around 5 million. Then tobacco, pet food. So we have some other smaller, but still top 10. So last one is dairy. Then we have cereal products. The end is about food products. So here I would like to tell you about some FMCG channels in Taiwan. How many stores we have in Taiwan? To start with, we'll take about hypers. In Taiwan, we have more than 100 hyper stores. And Carrefour is the number 1, the leading hypermarket in Taiwan. We have 66 stores in Taiwan. Then there's $1 in the south, in Kaohsiung, south of Taiwan, and Amar, which have 15 stores, and Artima has 20 stores. And there's another 7 Save, there are 2 stores. And the end, you can see Taisuko is 0, which was bought by Carrefour in 2019. So here you can see the Taiwan supermarket store number. Carrefour has bought the Welcome and Jason's last year, so we start to do some rebranding from Welcome's brand to Carrefour Market. So you can see the Welcome versus last year has 170 store less, which versus Carrefour we have 167 store more than last year. So all the Welcome's brands will be changed to Carrefour Market stores. So in Taiwan, the biggest supermarket is PX Mart, who has more than 1,000 stores in Taiwan. And then Simple Mart, who is a very small format supermarket. So these are the key supermarket stores in Taiwan. So you have Fengkang, which has stores in mainly in Taichung area. And then Jason's a gourmet store, and cities mainly are in department stores. So here's the convenience stores. Taiwan is very convenient to buy food products. We have convenience stores in every block almost. So the biggest one is 7-Eleven, which is a group of Uni-President. And then the Family Mart, there are 3,800 stores, and then High Life and OK Mart. So there are more than 10,000 convenience stores in Taiwan. So here I would like to give you a short introduction of Carrefour Taiwan as well. This is my song of Carrefour Taiwan. Carrefour is a French multi-international retailers. And Taiwan, we opened the first store in 1987, which is around 35 years ago. And then in 2009, we opened the first market stores. And then 2015, we launched EC. In 2019, we merged Taisco, has 5 stores. And then last year, we merged Welcome and Jason's. who has more than 200 stores. And Carrefour Taiwan is a joint venture with Taiwan's Uni-President. It's the largest food company in Taiwan. And how many stores we have? We have 351 stores currently. So the many hypers, we have 67 stores. Supermarkets, we have 256. And 2 stores are self-service. So you just use your mobile and you can walk into the store and pay by your mobile. We have 1 impact stores and 25 stores of Jason's who has sell premium products, and then e-commerce shopping mall. So in Carrefour store, we like to offer the customer all the customer need. So our goal is to have omni-channel to meet customers' needs. So you can see we have a hyper store, market store, and B2B business, and also e-commerce. For e-commerce in Taiwan, we also cooperate with Foodpanda and Uber Eats. So a customer can just only place orders online, and we deliver on the same day. Then we have self-service store, and then Jason's. And to give you some idea about the market share of Carrefour, so if all MCGs markets, Carrefour takes around 14% of the FMCG. And if we only see the hypermarkets, Carrefour Taiwan takes 62% of it. So this is Carrefour's market share status. Okay, this is an overview about Taiwan's food market, and also give you some idea of Taiwan's channels. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Emily Young. Moving on, we would like to invite Dr. Antanas Venckus, Head of International Affairs and Export Promotion Division of the Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Lithuania. He will give us an overview of the agriculture sector in Lithuania. Please welcome Dr. Antanas Venckus to our online stage.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues in Taiwan. Good morning, colleagues in Lithuania. So it's my pleasure to be able to present the potential and the opportunities that Lithuanian agri-food sector could give for the colleagues in Taiwan. So a lot of been said already, and Mrs. Daina gave to all of us the general overview of the Lithuanian economic structure, but I see there is one of the biggest interest from Taiwanese side in Lithuanian agriculture and food products. So that's why it's an honor for me to present more in depth the structure, the potential, and the variety that we have in agricultural sector. So then next slide, please. Yeah, but first of all, a lot have been said, but some aspects I would like to point out once again. You may know already that Lithuania is located in the center of Europe and covers about more than 65,000 square kilometers. It's worth to mention that Lithuania has 2 pan-European transport corridors, 4 international airports, northernmost ice-free seaport on the eastern shore of Baltic Sea. And also, Lithuanian population is almost 10 times smaller than in Taiwan. We have only 2.9 million people, and the largest city and capital is Vilnius with more than 500,000 inhabitants. Of course, Lithuania is a member of European Union, NATO, OECD, World Trade Organization, and Lithuanian language is one of the oldest languages in the world, originated from Sanskrit. And what I always mention that our national sport is basketball. Yeah. Next, please, slide. Yeah, coming to the more details about agricultural sector. Yeah, agriculture and food industry is one of the key economic sectors in the country that has very long traditions. It generates about 7% of GDP, and about 33% of Lithuanian population live in rural areas. Yeah, so a lot of people are involved in the agricultural sectors. Agriculture employs about nearly 6% of working age population in Lithuania. Next slide. Our main agricultural sectors are, as it was mentioned before, so milk and dairy, meat, grain, fisheries, confectionery, beverages, apiculture, and traditionally Lithuania holds strong position in production of milk and meat products with a focus of organic production and farming, and of course national heritage. Next. Milk production is one of the country's largest agricultural sectors, and it accounts for about 1/5 of all agricultural production. And Lithuanian milk production has been a traditional agricultural business since the very old times, actually. And favorable climate and natural conditions, that means grass meadows and sufficient rainfall, allow developing sustainable milk production system, what led us to produce the highest quality and very healthy milk. We produced, last year, we produced 354,000 tons of milk, and 20 companies are engaged in milk productions, and 5 biggest of them hold around 95% of Lithuanian milk market. Next, please. Yeah, so self-sufficiency in dairy sector is about 154%. That means we produce much more than we can internally consume. So foreign markets are of the utmost importance for us, because that creates an opportunity for our dairy sector to further grow. So over a half of total milk products is exported. Yeah? And Lithuania is currently exporting dairy products to more than 80 countries in the world. And the main dairy export markets in the European Union in the last year were Poland, Latvia, Italy, Germany, Netherlands, for example. And from the third markets outside the European Union, the main export markets are Libya, Kazakhstan, Indonesia, United States of America, Malaysia, and the others. Next, please. Lithuania can offer a wide range, actually, of products such as fresh and mature cheese, milk powder, lactose, milk desserts from curd, protein concentrates, ice cream, and other products. One of the most important Lithuanian dairy products is cheese, and Lithuanian dairy plants produce a highest quality mature cheese, which have received a number of awards in many international exhibitions. Special one of those is curd cheese. It's white, neither sweet nor sour, but it's our national heritage, actually. And export of cheese compose nearly 50% of all export of dairy products. Next, please. Yeah. Meat sector is another very traditional and important sector of agriculture, and there are more than 200 meat and 14 poultry factories in Lithuania. And yeah, so we have plenty of meat. And next slide, please. Yeah, the biggest self-sufficiency is in beef and veal. This is about 236%. That means, once again, so we can produce much more than we can consume. So our important export markets in the European Union are Italy, Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Estonia. From the third countries, Ukraine, Norway, Hong Kong, Switzerland. In poultry, we have the self-sufficiency 118%, and in pork only 51%. Yeah, and self-sufficiency in eggs is about 100%, and we also are exporting eggs and egg products to many countries, including Latvia, Poland, Netherlands, Hungary, etc. Next, please. Grain sector is one of important sectors because it gives a very big value for our economy, and self-sufficiency is even higher than the others, so it's 276%. That means we are very effective grain producers. And it's worth to mention that in 2020, Lithuania was ranked as the second biggest wheat exporters in the EU. So the quality and the quantity are very big, and this also creates great opportunities for our grain exporters. Next, please. Fisheries, almost 200,000 tons of fish products were produced in last year. Mainly of them were sea fish like herring, cod, salmon. In the Baltic Sea, there are more than 130 vessels which caught more than 24,000 tons of fish, mainly Baltic sprot, herring, and cod. Next, please. The bakery sector is a very old and traditional one. Yeah, we have more than 230 companies engaged in that business, and three biggest producers hold about 50% share of our Lithuanian market. Around 150,000 tons of bread and bakery products are produced every year. Lithuanian confectionery manufacturers are famous worldwide for the quality and original recipes. Yeah, for example, šakotis. Yeah, this is what you can see on the slide. Yeah, šakotis is a traditional Lithuanian sweet product, one of the most common wedding desserts until now. And baking processes of it is also very attractive and very tasty. I'm sure you will have opportunity to taste it as well. Next, please. Beverage sector is very strong one. I was very glad to see some of your colleagues tasting or looking or holding in hands Lithuanian beverages. This is a very promising sector, and we believe that we can find the market for our beverage in Taiwan as well. So there are certain spirit producers in Lithuania, and about 10.7 million liters of spirits and liqueurs were manufactured in Lithuania last year. Some Lithuanian spirit drinks, like strong drinks, like original Lithuanian vodka, which I saw in the before the event, Samane, Vilnius Gin, and Trejas Devyneres, and etc. They are marked with the EU quality logo. That means they are of very high quality. Yeah? The most popular alcoholic beverage in Lithuania is beer, of course. There are 52 brewers which are producing more than 300 beer species. Yeah? And around 300 million liters of beer were manufactured last year, and 10 main producers hold around 99% share of total beer production in Lithuania. Also, very important thing is to mention that we are producing 15.1 million decaliters of natural mineral and aerated water every year, and we have very strong and competitive, like 4 biggest producers in this regard. Apiculture. So next, please. Apiculture sector holds also long-standing traditions. So honey collection is very attractive and very important activity. Until now, we collect around 4,000 tons of honey every year, and there are 8,611 Lithuanian beekeepers who keep in total more than 200,000 bee colonies. Yeah? Most popular honey species are raspberry, clover, buckwheat, lime, and dandelion honey. Beans have also been increasingly used by researchers, in particular in the field of organic farming, as an environment pollution indicator, for example. Next, please. EU quality system serve to highlight the qualities and traditions associated with registered products and assure consumers that these are of genuine products. More and more Lithuanian regional traditional food products get included into the European Union protected geographical indication registries. As for now, the European Commission has recognized 7 Lithuanian products as certifiably traditional and exceptional products. You can see the list of them in the slide, and these products are endowed with unique characteristics and quality and are made according to authentic recipes. And Lithuanian food products marked with a special EU certification sign are becoming increasingly popular in the European Union market and outside the EU. Next, please. So now it's time to take a closer look at the general export situation in or the potential for export of Lithuanian agri-food sector. So Lithuanian food products have already attracted international attention. Our companies are successfully participating in the international food fairs worldwide, such as Foodex Japan, Green Week, Anuga, BioFac, Gulf Food, Ciel China, etc. Yeah? And the latest scientific achievements and advanced technologies are combined with the traditional skills to produce high-quality food products, which are available both to Lithuanian and foreign consumers. In last year, in 2020, the export of agriculture and food products reached 6 billion euro, while the import amounted 4.1 billion euro. Agriculture and food exports accounts for about more than 21% of total exports of Lithuania. And what is very important and nice to mention, that Lithuanian food and agricultural products are being exported to 154 countries in the world. So almost in every country you can find some agricultural products coming from our country. Next, please. Foreign trade has a tendency to increase, and this is good news. In the last year, export compared to 2019 increased by 10%, and this is the case for the several last years. Yeah? So mostly exported Lithuanian products are cereal, milk and milk products, tobacco, fish products, non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages, animal feed, fruit, nuts, and of course meat products. But you can see this increase, and we are very happy about that. And this is mainly due to ability to open and establish ourselves in the new markets. Yeah. Next, please. Today, Lithuanian agriculture sector faced many challenges, but at the same time, we are living a tremendous time of growth, as I mentioned it. Yeah, we are exporting to many countries, and the largest share, about 60% of agriculture and food products from Lithuania go to the European Union countries such as Latvia, Germany, Netherlands, Poland, Belgium, and the rest go to the third markets. Next, please. Okay, so next, that means I would like to thank you and to mention that we highly appreciate your interest in our agricultural products from Lithuania, and we are willing to help our companies to find their way to your market. We wish you all the best, and we hope to see you soon in Taiwan. Thank you very much for your attention once again.
Thank you very much to Dr. Van Koos for your explicit sharing. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our forum today. Thank you very much for joining in. We hope that through today's presentations, you would have a better understanding on the latest economic situation and market trends here in the food industry here in Taiwan and Lithuania. Later today, we have 24 companies from Lithuania who are scheduled to have over 50 meetings with 20 Taiwanese companies. Please enter into your designated meeting rooms for the individual matchmaking meeting, and we hope you will find the event fruitful and engaging. Thank you once again for joining us today. We wish you good health and every success in your future endeavors. Thank you.